thank you very much for your performance.
Thank you.
It was very touching for me. It was emotional, and also you have created so many beautiful images, and which can be interpreted differently by viewers. But you have such a very symbolic language you use as a choreographer. Am I right? You are thinking in symbols like the bag. The bag was, for me, it was like a bag of memories, or the bag of experiences in life, or let's say the mirror, or I especially loved those drawn selfies on the wall.
I think this is fascinating about creation, about dance performances, that anyone can see symbols. And I didn't really meant to use symbols. Maybe only one, which is the mirror. But it's nice when people find in a piece symbols or recognizes something, like you said, like the bag is a sack of memories. I mean, this show is about memories, or about ephemerity. Better to say that it's about ephemerity, and about a lost body, a lost, stuffed body. My body.
Yeah, I understand. But, actually, I didn't come to this conclusion. I mean, it was about memories, but for me, it was more in a larger context, not just your body. It was all about life passing by, and we look back at ourselves, and we want to be the same persons, and just like that was my idea when Carmen was bumping into the wall, as if she would want to be, or when she touched the mirror, because usually we don't touch the mirror, we just look at it, but she wanted to be one with the mirror. What do you think?
Well, Carmen, I put all those performances, it's so many worlds, like I lived so many different lives till that moment, in 2011, when it was the premiere of this production, that I put on the table, like I opened my drawers and my bags with everything, and I opened that to Carmen, that she agreed to work with them. I didn't do much. I did before that. I mean, before that moment, I did, as you saw. I mean, this is a very small part of my former performances. But she played with it. I mean, she spent a lot of time in my house, searching in the photos, in the notes from the performances, or I don't know, other stuff, like putting questions, how it was that, how it was that. And this is very unusual somehow, because it's like, it's not yours anymore. And Carmen actually does and created the structure as she reached a new body in herself. I mean, it's not about me anymore, it's about her. And that's nice. I mean, if you see that, it's good for me. If you don't, it's less good.
Your performance had so many layers. You have played with so many surfaces, many surfaces, and it had many layers. Also, they were good to they could be interpreted like different layers of personality, different layers of time, lots of different dimensions that were on the stage at once. And first I thought of Carmen as maybe as you impersonating you. But then I saw she had a completely different dance language, body language, movement, and then I believe, or I thought, it wasn't you anymore. So you gave her the opportunity to work with her own stuff, or with her own ideas completely.
Well, it was a mix. I mean, it was a work together.
Yes.
But it's not anymore my work. I mean, only my work. I mean, I didn't choreograph, and since a couple of years, like 10 years or so, I don't like anymore to come, please. Yeah.
Join us.
I don't like to choreograph anymore. I mean, do that. Now, choreograph. Like, raise your hand and learn this. It's boring. I mean, if you don't use the material as it is with all its qualities and mind and crooked mind or whatever mind or results. I like very much to work with results of a person, you know, like as it is, like and I mean here it's a lot of material from my past, from me, actually. And Carmen, she's 10 years younger than me. And she was my student at some point, so we worked a lot together, like time to time. She knows me very well, and she jumped in this kind of craziness to work with this kind of archives that they are useless, completely useless. All those performances, I mean, there are bunches of photos of folders with writings, with, I don't know, screenplays and everything. What do you do there? You burn them. In my body, there's no room. I mean, there was. Luckily, we did this performance. There was no room anymore for other worlds, other lives, and I had to clean it up, and I had to burn it out, to do another one, to give it to me. And what's funny, the moment we started to work on this, I was pregnant. So my body was like really changing, and I really started a new life, and Carmen really did that.
Carmen, congratulations! You had a wonderful performance, and it was very beautiful. You were so absorbed in your role, and it was also very versatile, very passionate at points, and also melancholic and dreamy, like you had so many colors in this performance. What was your experience during making it and on stage?
Well, every time I'm
Can you speak in
every time I'm nervous, afraid of starting the performance. It's tonight it was great. I mean, I felt really nice. Yeah, there are a lot of informations. I mean, a lot of things to do. Also technical things, but in the same time, there are things that I have to bring it up to be me on stage. I don't know. So it's quite hard work inside the performance for me, but also it's is a challenge. So to switch from
It's
one
horrible to work with this.
a history of, because I know Vava. For me it was like the most important thing. When I was a student, she was like opening my mind and explaining to me, take the things easy, and there are a lot of stories. But it was a moment when we worked for the performance, really to discover even more about her. So this was very nice, very powerful for me, because it was like a guru, not really a guru, but it was somebody that I really cared, but at the same time to know more and more things about a person, and to discover how she worked, how she was involved in things. And it's a special performance. Work.
I had also a feeling that you, at some point, as if you were like a crazy fan of her. Like you tried to imitate her, you admired her, watched her, like like a real fan.
It's too much to say that a fan has to manage a different approach. But I was with her in all these periods. I mean, because we know each other, and I know her travel through piece of working, piece of life. So, but what you can realize that you can't get so deep. Never. It's not really. You never discover enough. So this is a challenge. Still, to do the performance every time, it's a way to discover even more things, and to look at what the videos or to the pictures. Every time I laugh, or when I see things and I imagine what she was doing that in that period of time. I don't know how, and also where I was, because I had also my experience as also creator.
What you've been doing, moment I did this and that or that.
Because I know about Zone, I finished the university, so I remember my boyfriend or breaking up or something. So it's also related with my life, my moments in life. It's like a dialogue inside with the history and also with the present.
And you have both inspired each other in this process.
Yeah. I didn't do much. I wrote some music, and I tell you, she chose the videos, like from the performances, but I did the cutting, like the selection of the videos. And I'm very curious how this works with the audience, because we presented that first outside Romania, but we presented it in Romania. And in Romania, well, people used to know us. I don't know how this works when people doesn't know you, and it would be more interesting for me to find out from you.
Yeah, somebody is giving feedback.
If you had a question now,
yes.
First I put the question, the first question.
I I try to answer this, but from my point of view, because I was really happy to see this show, to watch this show the second time, as I have seen it in Romania, in a platform situation, and now I felt such a different attitude, which was coming also from you, from the stage, to us. Even as I was on the side, I was able to feel it. So I felt that I don't know you. We just started to get to know each other, or just turn to each other, or whatever. But I really appreciated the chance to see it not in Romania, to have this experience, because now I felt I got a new layer. Now, of course, you have seen it for the first time, but for me to watch it in Romania, in a Romanian platform, it was a little bit more harder for me, even with the rest of the people who knew you, of course, and maybe knew also the excerpts. But now I felt a different travel, which I really appreciated. So thank you for this.
I think the presentation tonight was, in my view, better in a way than in Romania. In Romania was a lot of tension outside, and friends in the audience, that's not good anymore. I mean, it's good because they are here. Yeah, but they were like too homey in a way in this context, and
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure influences Carmen. For me, it was a premiere tonight because I did the sound, or like part of the sound, and I missed the first one. It's not me, it's the copy. Sorry.
Can I add also something?
Yeah.
I was really touched by the fact how you are dealing with these lots of stuff around you, and also with the technical stuff, because on a way you should be relaxed enough to be able to follow your path and the way which you go through. On a way it seems like an improvisation, but as now I have seen it for the second time, I know it's not. And to deal with all this stuff, it's such a huge work. I was really appreciated this as well. So again, thank you.
Actually, it's an installation, and in installation it's a lot of layers.
Yeah, there are a lot of things on stage, but they're very, very good arranged.
It's not even 10% that what I gave her at the beginning. It's like
because I did it all
the selection of what is on the stage she chose.
And actually I like to work with the technical, so I'm good. Yeah, so if anybody has another thing to...
You first, because I know them.
Oh, wait. So that's what I want to talk about. So yes, I just want to try to answer this question you asked, that what was it for us? Because for me it was my first meet with you, and with you, Carmen, too, and it was my first question that, okay, so I know nothing about you, and how can I get to know you? And it was also a part of Carmen's dance, and it was also a part of me, so I just get very involved in this very performance, and it was a very common adventure, I have to say. So it was, I was very touched, not just because of the movements or the memories or everything else. I was very touched because I just get a kind of part of this performance too, because it was about memories, and everybody gets memories, and all of these memories and photos, they are just touched the very, very common sense. So it was really an adventure, and I'm very curious about you.
Now I should say, please visit
my website, www. But I don't have a website. Thank you. But thank you, really.
Anyone else who doesn't know that?
But I can give us give our addresses, and I can send you more. If you are so curious, I mean, really, unfortunately I didn't manage in those years to have a website with all these archives, useless archives, but archives still. And they are still alive now. I mean, they're not alive. I mean, they are alive as long as I live, personally. Full dot. But they are recycled. I mean, I think it's the exact term specific for this show. Recycling. It's not memory, but experiences and lives, because there are different lives. And I repeat that it's not about me, which is nice. I mean, it's not about me, it's just images. I was wondering if I have to, for this festival, for international festivals or participations, I have to write from where, which performance, and what's the date, and on the movies, actually, I don't know, there is a little, but you cannot see it actually. I didn't see it. Mark with the year when the except it's out of the show, the performance, which title and so on. So I decided not to, like to be like really real, give you this experience. I made this option.
I only really realized, the first clue I got was in the festival program, because I think I saw that Carmen was going to dance, but the photo there was of you. But I didn't, I didn't really think about it much, but during the performance at first, I'm quite slow. Slow in the head, so it took me a while to realize that the dancer in the videos is you.
I have long hairs now.
So I'm your question to the audience. It would be my question too, because like I know you, I saw you in the lobby before, or I saw you sitting here as I came in. But maybe somebody who doesn't know you and comes in would not, catch that important thing. And so although now I'm thinking about it, I loved what Carmen was doing, and now I understand it as being this kind of connection between you and her. But maybe for the audience who doesn't know you at all, maybe what has to happen is what's happening now, is that you're both on stage together.
She presented it without me, because I gave birth and they left for Warsaw. Warsaw. And, like the first premiere was out without me. I don't know how they managed and what the audience understood at that time, but I don't think it's like you talk about an old lady dead old lady, it's not about bringing me out, or for me it's enough that I know that this happens, or I went through this process and I burned it out. Now we are talking about another person. I mean, this person doesn't exist anymore. I mean, this virtual.
For me, I didn't.
The inspiration for Carmen comes from I don't know, another.
Actually, I mean, you are asking what is happening now in the present with this.
With people, what
yes.
They understand. Ask them.
Did you know that there was a connection between the dancer on stage and the choreographer off stage?
it's another question, and it's that what Vava pointed out from the beginning. It's not important whether there is a relation between what Vava produced in the last 15 or 20 years and what Carmen is producing right now. And exactly, just stressing what Martha said, yeah? When I saw it, I did see it for the first time as well, when I saw it in Romania, in Bucharest, it was extremely closely related to you. Depending maybe on the fact who you are, yeah, there. And here out of a sudden, even knowing the whole story, different than an audience abroad that doesn't know the story, even knowing the story, out of a sudden the perception shifted away. So it's not important if you see the relation. And excuse me, Vava, but who cares about Vava if you see Carmen?
Exactly. Thank you, Björn. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
And rooting it in a sort of individual and individual history and collective memory is the one side, but the actual performance is the other, and the quality of the performer.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have a question for Carmen. Isn't it a little bit dangerous for you? No, physically dangerous. So I was afraid at one point that you will get hurt. So what about security?
She didn't say anything.
No.
Like you have no.
No, it's fine. It's not dangerous.
What was dangerous?
What was dangerous?
I don't know. I was afraid for
Yeah?
I don't know why.
Yeah, the danger is with the microphone.
I was afraid for the microphone.
Yeah, for the microphone. But it's not like really physical. I mean, I know how hard it's, how much weight has it, and I work with it. And if I'm hurt, this is it. I don't know. But it's not dangerous. It's dangerous to don't work the microphone. It's dangerous to don't have the, I don't know, the screens or.
Well, it happened that she broke the mirror one time.
Ah, yeah, I broke the. Yeah,
and
it was dangerous.
the stage was full of blood.
Not really full, but yeah, I was dancing in my blood.
It was so impressive.
But I was working with that. I took something and I put on my, and I danced till the end. Well, I danced. But it was interesting, yeah.
It's less dangerous than the pieces that she was inspired of.
Oh, yeah.
Like the pieces that you saw in little fragments were 1,000 times more dangerous.
No, but I was, so this is the first part of the question I was starting to ask, because the other one is also psychologically it's quite dangerous, this game. Because it starts to be, so you have the impression it's quite dangerous when you see the performance, like physically dangerous, but it's also dangerous like this kind of identification, you don't know where it leads towards the end. Because although I know you, Vava, I didn't realize in the first scenes that these were scenes where you played. And at one moment I looked and I said, look, there is Vava there. And there was a moment I started worrying about you, what are you doing on the stage, and what to try and perform it.
Yeah, it can have this layer also, but it's not dangerous. It's dangerous when this is, I tell you something from inside. It's dangerous when I mean it goes really, really wrong and bad when I think of, you know, about Vava on stage. The performance is like shit. So it happens when I'm not really in my.
As soon as she,
yeah,
if she thinks about me, she's lost.
Yeah.
If she thinks, I mean, if she's with herself and does her job, her thing.
At this point, yeah,
what I'm thinking and mental behavior. I really have to, it's dangerous to don't really go like, oh, it's Baba and what I'm doing about her. So it's not about, it shouldn't be about that.
It's not sleeping into Baba.
No,
Yeah. That not copying, not doing like her, like me.
The technical doing. So it happens a few times to feel and be like this, and it was like, it's not good. But,
any more questions, or we should maybe finish, wrap it up, because we have to get back to the city, and it's getting late. And so thank you very much again. It was wonderful to see you. Thank you.
Really need to, I felt great in this, in Budapest, in this specific place, and there are wonderful people around us, really. We felt like babies. Thank you very much.
Carmen, come soon.
Till Carmen